Yeah, Jeff, I want you to see how hot it is on this AstroTurf out here. Reading over 118 degrees right now. That's why Portland Parks and Rec and the Portland Public School Systems had to take extra precautions to keep the public safe. The woman was attacked here in her home by a complete stranger while people were heading for work. Early Sunday morning, flames tore through this Northeast Portland apartment complex. Investigators are still trying to figure out the cause of the fire. A truck carrying over 7,500 pounds of hagfish crashed on the side of the highway today, and this is the mess that it left behind. Today, Jack uses his time to teach the next generation the old-fashioned way of making things. We're learning a lot more about Holden Gorka, the 25-year-old man that police say tried to steal a helicopter from the Hillsborough Airport on Monday. As a reminder, you're going to want to stay hydrated during this week's heat wave. If you're feeling lightheaded, have a headache, or tired, you're likely not drinking enough. In Southwest Portland, Walter Murphy, Point 6 News. Last year, the average American spent over 11 hours on their phone every single day. But one man has a different outlook on life that he hopes to pass to the next generation. Jack McKee grew up on the coastal plains of Georgia.
We entertained our own selves all the time, and this is how I entertained myself.
Creating things using the blueprints from his own imagination.
See how light that thing is? Okay. About 9 or 10 when I built my first 55-pound draw weight bow, and I could string it and shoot it. It's all up here. I knew what the materials were, knew what they had to be, and I knew how to make them. All I know is everything has been that way ever since.
Eventually, Jack moved to the Pacific Northwest, and in 1998, the special skills that he developed as a child would land him the opportunity of a lifetime when he was recruited to build props for a Ken Burns film.
They started looking for somebody that could build the canoes that Lewis and Clark built right there in Orofino, Idaho. The thing was they only gave us 3 weeks. And I told them, I said, you can't build as many canoes as you're talking about in a month. But it wound up that we did. We actually built 30 of them in 3 weeks. But it took a lot of work from a lot of people to get it done.
Today, Jack uses his time to teach the next generation the old-fashioned way of making things.
It only takes one generation to lose an entire culture, and we can't afford to do it. The knowledge has to go on. You can't go into a museum and pick things up and hold it in your hands and look at it. You can't take it outside and test it to see how it operates or see how it works. With me, you can.
And his living classroom is catching on.
I want to teach it to my kids. I want my kids to teach it to their kids so we can pass it on some more.
Learn it well and pass it on.
The final word that I got from Jack is something that he told me over and over again.
The intrinsic worth of an individual is what he does right here, is with his 2 hands. And I don't mean sitting down there pecking out letters on a computer or sitting there watching games. You know, I'm one that don't even go watch football games because that's what it is. It's a game. It's play. And I've got more to do with my time.
And I don't see him slowing down anytime soon. So if you ever find yourself in Ocilla, Georgia, and you want to learn a new skill, don't be afraid to look Jack up. I'm Walter Murphy, on the road of the coastal plains of Georgia. We're here in Tipton, Georgia, where a group of students from ABAC have spent the morning at Charles Spencer Elementary School in hopes to make the community's Thanksgiving a little bit brighter. Bumper-to-bumper traffic and long lines of people set the scene outside of Charles Spencer Elementary School for the annual Manna Drop.
It feels good to know that we can give back to the community that's taking care of us all year.
Thank you! I think the Manna Drop and what we're doing, not just myself, but all the volunteers out here, speaks of the community that we have here in Tift County. It's a community taking care of its own, so it's really good.
Now, in only their 4th year, they have grown by nearly 100% and were able to provide over 450 meals to underserved families in the community.
You know, we've grown a little bit from last year, and the demand for the meals has grown. We haven't turned a single person away.
Every person was given a bag that was filled to the brim with various food items, but the anchoring item was a 5-pound ham that was kept on ice before it got put into the satchel for handoff.
Oh, it's very humbling that there are people who really care about people. we can have a really good Thanksgiving now. And we really appreciate it.
One woman said that the manna drop would allow her to bridge the gap of food insecurity.
I'm on a fixed income. I'm 71 years old, and it helps out a whole lot, because it fills in the gap. It fills in the gap.
In Tift County, I'm Walter Murphy.
Immigrants are welcome here, no hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here, no hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here, no hate, no fear, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here, no hate, no fear. Stop touching me! Immigrants are welcome here, no hate, fear. Immigrants are welcome here.
I understand what you're protesting, but you can't be blocking the driveways. Stop blocking the driveways again, and you're subject to arrest.
Ice out of Oregon. Ice out of Oregon. Ice out of Oregon. Immigrants are welcome here, no hate, no fear.